So I'm back. So anyway, like I was saying before, I was feeding the pigeons. If you saw the last video again, I was feeding the pigeons and the squirrels, and I got grapes. I mean, big grapes, sweet too, and I just meditated. I just done yoga on the beach, and today is the 9th of September, and it's very very hot. In fact, it was very very like dense, because it was all these clouds and there was no breeze. It was like walking through a sauna that just lasted forever. So by this point, it got overcast, and it started to get cool. So now I'm walking back, and I'm feeding the little guys, and all of a sudden, out of the corner of my eye, I see someone coming. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I kind of get a little bit more to the left. Mind you, again, like I said, this is a bike path, and I'm facing incoming traffic. Basically, I'm going the opposite way, but I'm on the edge of the road, next to the rocks. So, out of the corner of my eye, I see this guy walking, and then all of a sudden, he's walking becomes a little bit more pressing, if you will. And then I look up and I see his face, and he's got this face like, he's pissed already, and I'm like, oh shit. Because I just knew what was going to happen. It was one of these overzealous little fucks that anyway, I'm feeding the little critters, and he's walking, and I'm walking, and I'm like, oh, he's not going to want to move. So I'm like, okay. So I'm walking, and I walk straight to him as he's walking straight to me. Okay, you gotta remember that he was already on a mission, and I read it. So I'm like, okay, if you want to start some shit, let's go. Even though I'm like totally peaceful, I was just meditating and whatnot. So I'm very happy, and we get to this point where we're just like face to face, because of course he didn't want to move. He had to walk straight to me. He's like, and then finally, because my body is coming towards him, he sidesteps. So, hey, you're supposed to walk over on the other side. And I was eating a grape. I'm like, huh? You're supposed to walk over on the other side. Of course, these little fuckers always want to tell you about the rules. Basically, they're saying, you let me down and you're supposed to do it the way I like it. So, I said, what? He goes, you're supposed to walk over on the other side. I'm like, I'm feeding the animals. So you're not supposed to feed the animals. And that pissed me off. Because you know how many times I've heard this shit from fucking selfish people? You're not supposed to touch the animals. You're not supposed to feed them. Fuck you. It's not a bad thing to feed these little critters. If you feed them the right food. I mean, you're not gonna feed them fucking jalapeno, obviously. So you feed them the kind of things that they eat. Like the other time I gave them a banana, and they loved it. Anyway. The moment he says, you're not supposed to feed the animals, that pissed me off, and I said, you know why I feed the animals? And he's like trying to get close to me, or I wouldn't say close to me. He's taking off his earphones like he's some big shit, some big tough shit and everything. And again, when you meditate, it's laughable, because you're seeing somebody who wants to scare you. And when you meditate, fear is not as... it doesn't latch on you as easily, because you know that it's a fucking lie. Fear is an illusion. It's something you choose to do, choose to go to. And this little virus that fear is, all of a sudden takes over and makes you think that you are it, that you are fear. And fear starts telling you, you is this and this, and you should do this, you should attack him, and da. Anyway, the moment he says, you're not supposed to feed the animals, I don't know, I just went, I feed the animals? Because I know the kind of person he was. I know the kind of person he was. I said, I feed the animals because they're better than you. You should see this guy is like, fuck you. And he starts to make distance. He starts to walk away. Now, if somebody tells you that, and you're all like ready to fight and whatnot, Wouldn't you just jump on the guy when he told you that? Like, straight up, they're better than you. And he got his feelings hurt. He's like, fuck you, and he starts walking away. And I said, well, what you got, bitch? And he's like, huh? And now he doesn't understand my English, because you have to remember that he's still a little brown guy. And I haven't worked out, so my muscles are just kind of getting really small and everything, because like I said, I've been through a whole lot of shit. And I haven't worked out, but, I do throw some punches, here and there, especially at the beach, when I like to train a little bit there, And, I mean, like, I've been a martial artist for, more than 30 years, okay? I could kill a person. But again, with great power comes great responsibilities. You see these fucking knuckles? I literally have destroyed my body to make it even stronger. Now imagine one of these lands on that guy. Especially since I've been training them thousands of times. So I'm just sitting there going, well, come on. Take the first swing. And he keeps walking back and and he doesn't hear me. And I'm like, come on, bitch. And he's like, huh? And I'm like, huh? I'm like, you're the one. You're the one who started all this shit. I was peacefully feeding the critters, the little squirrels, and now he can't hear me. So then he tries to make fun of my accent. He goes, come on, bitch. And I'm like, oh, great. And as he's walking away, he turns around and starts walking away. And I said, great, make fun of my accent. I'm bilingual. What the hell do you got? And kept walking because he didn't have anything. He didn't have nothing. He tried to play a strong man, and it blew up in his face. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is that maybe you'll run into these kinds of people, but violence is not the answer. But if you meditate, if you get in touch with your divinity, fear doesn't get you. In fact, you smell the fear on other people. And this little fucker thought he was gonna scare me. He was just gonna push me around because I'm a brown boy, and he wasn't. He was of the, he was of the master race, and he thought he was going to tell me what's what, and it blew up in his fucking face. All I had to do was say, they're better than you. And his feelings got so hurt, and I knew that his ego was sore at that point. So when he made fun of my accent, I said, oh, good, you made fun of my accent. I'm bilingual. What you got? He didn't have an answer because they don't have the lexicon, nor the arguments, nor the smarts to come after you. I mean, of course, if you had an R-15, of course he's going to come after me. But that's the difference. The cowards do that. They can't stand that. I mean, first of all, if you're secure within yourself, none of that shit matters. That doesn't bother you. It doesn't merit to get, mean or violent with somebody. And this guy thought he was going to push me around, and it blew up in his fucking face. As he's walking away, I'm telling him, well, let's go. You started this shit, you fucking pussy. Sorry, I know that I meditate and everything, but at this point, it's like it was full force. It was just coming out of me because I didn't know I'm actually really good with my words. I can, and I don't want to explore it because I don't want to make people feel badly, but I made this guy feel badly. And he walked away, and he's going to have nightmares about me because as he was walking away, I kept calling him, well, let's go. Come on, you fucking pussy. Let's go, pussy, let's go. And all he could do was walk away. He had nothing. So if anybody tries to scare you, like Jesus said, offer them the other cheek. It doesn't mean let them hit you and let them abuse you. It means, what's up? You have an issue? let's work it out. But nothing happened. Anyway, I'll talk to you more in the next video.